You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Prior to The Flash, when you thought about the character of Batman, whose face did you automatically put into that costume?
Oh, you're gonna put me, the fans are gonna murk me. What did you do? Wonder Woman is my queen. I love her. I watch everything that she's in. So Ben Affleck was the Batman that I saw a lot of, which was really cool to see him again.
My turn.
All the Batmans are really, really cool. Christian Bale is iconic.
It ends here.
This role was written in the stars for me, and I really believe that the universe does magical things and everyone has a great iteration of their character.
I grew up in the 70s, so I grew up like watching reruns of the TV show from the late 60s.
I've had enough of your murderous riddles.
Adam West has a place very, very close to my heart in that Batman, but it was, it's like a campy series that we all know. It wasn't until Tim Burton did his movie with Michael Keaton that, I was able to appreciate the new, like many other people. There was a big gap there between the series and the movie. I was blown away by it, and there was no other Batman to fill that role, the Michael Keaton version of Batman.
One of the most talented actors in their generation, both dramatically and comedically. He is such an incredible comedian. He's my Batman.
Yeah. I'm Batman.
Has that now changed after working with the legend, Michael Keaton?
Now, of course, I see Michael Keaton in the suit, and I've seen the Tim Burton movies, and they're so cool. We are blessed to have comics. We are blessed to have these movies. We're blessed to be able to dream. And it's fun to just binge watch superhero movies, Are you ready?
Ready. Let's go.
Do you remember the moment when you first felt super?
It took a couple months. It's a large process of, there's thousands of people working with you, making sure that the suit is okay, that your hair is okay, that your makeup feels in tune with the character. And there was a moment where I was on wires. It's actually the moment in the movie where Supergirl is taking in the sun and she's levitating. And that was a very long day. I was in the wires and Andy was like, guys, take her off wires. And he was like, Sasha, come over here. And he was like, look. And I just remember feeling out of body. I felt like I turned into a 5-year-old version of myself looking up at this superhero. I wish I would have had that superhero when I was little. I just felt so proud and I got really emotional.
Do you know what this symbol stands for?
It means hope, right?
Was there anything about that suit or that process that made you feel, not so super?
Being a superhero, there's so many things that come into it on film, right? There's extensive training, there's figuring out your diet, and we're humans. Every person's body is different. And being in those suits are very tight and restricting. My suit constantly, because it's so tight, it would push me forward. And I had to constantly fight it and push back, right? So there's this thing, these back muscles and it's a whole process, but you do it with so much love, and I would do it all over again. I would do all the hard parts all over again because I love her deeply, and I'm very excited for the world to see her and feel connected to her.
My name is Kara. I will help you.
You, Tim Burton, James Gunn, you all share this interest in the macabre. You've also all made some really wonderful superhero films. Why do you believe that horror filmmakers are so well suited to direct superhero films?
I don't take that as absolute logic. I think that many of us are interested because we're interested in movies, in filmmaking, and giving people memorable experiences.
Batman, what do we do? We try not to die.
Ultimately, what makes a story work is not inherent to a genre. There's an emotional component that I try to have in all my movies from the get-go, and if that emotional component is not there, I wouldn't bother even trying to make a movie because it's not going to be worth it as a full memorable experience.
This is mad trippy. Dude, this is catastrophic.
In my case, for me, making a superhero movie was a challenge. In many ways, making a superhero movie means that you will be given the resources almost unlimited because of the, as we all know, a horror movie has a limited audience and hence a limited budget because studios don't want to spend a lot of money on something that will have a limited revenue. In the case of superhero movies, it's probably the most profitable bet for a studio, and I just, not talking about the commercial values of it, but I was excited about being able to, use every resource to tell a story, and it just happens to be like an exciting genre because it's, of course, first there's a character that I love, which is Barry Allen, deeply human superhero. Of all of them, probably one of my favorites in terms of human relatability. And then, the ripples of that emotional journey will give the spectacle. Yeah, I was excited about all of it.